Hey everyone, real quick. Hey, my name's Delegate Freitas. I just wanted to thank you all for coming out here today. Hey, another thing real quick, first things first, right? When some of the rules are being passed over in that body to ban you all from carrying guns today, right, they blamed it on law enforcement, and that was absolute garbage, right? It was not the Capitol Police, it was not the Richmond Police, it was not the state troopers. And I want you all to give them a hand for what a great job law enforcement did today. Listen, you guys should never have to, I want to apologize. I want to apologize to you because you should never have to choose. You should never have to choose between lobbying your representatives and being able to have the means to defend yourself, right? And for several years, for the last 4 years I was here, we allowed you to carry on grounds in the General Assembly building on the Capitol, and guess what? Nobody ever got hurt. Just like today, where nobody got hurt. You guys showed up. You guys showed up. And you did exactly what you did at hundreds of rallies all over the Commonwealth of Virginia. You showed up forcefully, but you showed up peacefully and with resolve to petition your government for a redress of grievances. And I want to thank you for what you did today. I want you to think, because let's face it, there were some people that I think was hoping something bad was going to happen. But every single one of you, you operated, you dignified yourself, and you dignified our cause with your conduct, coming down here, professional, peaceful, but resolved. And one of the things gets lost in all of these conversations, right? If they could just set aside the anti-gun rhetoric for a moment and just talk with us, they would realize that we are every bit as concerned and dedicated to preserving the safety of our communities as they claim to be. That's right. But I have a real problem with the legislator who one side out of their mouth tells me that they want our communities to be safer, and so they have to make it harder for law-abiding citizens to own a firearm, and then simultaneously carries legislation for early release for violent offenders back into the communities they've just disarmed. Nothing makes sense about that. So what we're really here for, because they think we're just here to save guns. But what they need to do is start listening to the testimony of people like Savannah Lindquist, who followed the law, who had a concealed carry permit, who knew how to use a firearm, but obeyed the law and left her firearm at home. And then when she was brutally beaten and raped because the government took away her choice, did the government actually have to live with the consequences? No, they didn't. Did the politicians who try to pass these bills, did they have to live with the consequences? No, they didn't. Savannah had to live with those consequences. And that woman spends a lot of time bravely giving her testimony and pleading with politicians to understand that when they take away her ability to defend themselves, they're not making her safer. The only person that they made safer was her attacker.
Right. Right.
So what this whole issue is about, it's not about gun collecting, it's not about hunting, it's about every single person's inherent right to be able to defend themselves. That's what this issue is about. And I think all of us here understand that we cannot delegate our responsibility to protect ourselves or protect our families or even protect our liberties to the government. That is something that we assume personal responsibility for. And I can tell you, on both my combat tours in Iraq with 1st Special Forces Group, it was my wife who had to protect my family while I was overseas. And it was the Second Amendment that allowed her to feel confident to be able to do that. And I'm not about to let any politician take that away from her or anybody else in this country. So the thing, I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank all of you for how you conducted yourselves here today, because there was a lot of people that wanted to rip this narrative away from us, that wanted to try to make us out to be white nationalists and everything else that we're absolutely not. This is all about making sure that every law-abiding Virginian has the ability to defend themselves. And if the press would actually have the courage to come in and talk more to us and get to know us, they would realize that everybody of every race, of every creed, was here to defend the rights of every race. So thank you for being here. Don't ever doubt the impact that it had. But again, it does not end here. You have to stay connected, not just with your legislators, but with each other. You've met tens of thousands of like-minded people here today that want to work with you, that want to work with us to ensure that we protect not only our Second Amendment rights, but all of our rights.
Yes.
And to once again remind our legislators that those rights were not created in that building.
Right.
Those rights are God-given, they are natural, they are inherent, and it is the job of everyone in that building to protect them.
Yes.
So thank you all for being here. Thank you for what you've done and what you will continue to do in the future, and know that I will always stand with you and I will always fight alongside you. Godspeed.
Yes.